Sasha, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk with me about latency. I talked to you last year for Shiro's, and I'm talking to you for this, which is a very different kind of movie. You play
Oh yeah.
yeah, you play a gamer with agoraphobia. How do you prepare for somebody with this special affliction?
I called my dad and I'm like, Dad, I feel like I need to speak to someone who understands, this phobia. And he called his friend who's a psychiatrist, and she called me and she was like, okay, let me tell you what's happening. And we spoke for like a week every day, and she walked me um through what agoraphobia really is, because there are many versions. Hannah's version is not being able to leave her apartment, with one of the severest version of agoraphobia. There are many different ones, just not being able to be, surrounded by a lot of people, being afraid of the crowd.
Yeah.
Um, well, Hannah is an unfortunate one. Hers is really bad. And just, talking to the doctor every day, kind of, I felt so sorry for Hannah, and obviously for people that experience this in the real life. And I was like, okay, that's a real challenge. How do you make her real, like, and justice to people that have it, because it's horrifying and terrible. And there is a scene in Latency where Hannah has a panic attack, and I was like, I wanted to kind of show that it's not, and James as well, that it's a really bad and horrible thing. And in Hannah's case, it was triggered by trauma, which quite often happens in real life. And Latency as a movie is a metaphor to trauma, to what trauma can do to us, and how we can experience it and go through it, and how horrifying and terrible it is.
Does does getting so invested in a character like Hannah stick with you after the movie's over?
Yeah. And I do dream work with my acting coach, and that's I'm sure you know what it is, but it's the moment where before you go to sleep, you write an assignment saying, "My dear subconscious, please help me," and it works, and it really, really works. But the thing is that the part of Hannah starts leaving inside of you, so your behavior in real life changes, not only when you're actually on set. And sometimes you're lucky and the character is fun and easy and playful, and then you become more playful and easy. But Hannah was not the one. That was really horrible. And I was very lucky to have an extremely supportive crew. And my friend was on set and she was there for me. But after I signed out, I just felt this huge relief. I was like, whew,
Wow.
because you carry her inside of you,
Yeah.
you for a month, she was with me every day. And um, I know some people say that, acting, you just go and you do it. And no, sometimes it's actually hard and you need to imagine terrible things. And there was a scene in Latency where I had to go to the point where I'm like, because I needed to cry and
Hmm.
be extremely, like, really depressed and traumatized. And I was like, everyone you love, they're gonna die. It's gonna be myself. And after we were done, like, James finally said cut. I was still like shaking. And my friend came to me, she's like, it's all right, it's gonna be fine. And I was like, no. But luckily then, we had the rep party, and Hannah, I wished her farewell and bye-bye.
Does when I get in a situation like that, I would think that having a really comfortable on-set atmosphere is probably a big help. Did you get that from director James Croak, and did you get that from your co-star Alexis Ren as well?
Absolutely. And it's a close set, because we're in one apartment for the entire film.
Mhm.
So we really were there as a family every day. Alexis was amazing. She was so wonderful. And her character is much more light and fun and easy. And she truly loves Hannah and Jen. And I feel like me and Alexis, we kind of developed the same kind of, synergy between us. She was the fun one. I was like, and James was there for both of us, and he's incredible. Like, his dedication to details, to he truly loves films, and you can see it like because every single moment was there, you know, like checked by him. He kind of put like a little tick, okay, this is the right color, la 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 la. And obviously the team, the crew, because you need so many people to make a film. Unfortunately, we only truly know like a couple, you know, maybe actor, director,
Hmm.
but every single person on this set was wonderful. And we worked with them, you know, on Shiro's, so it was like coming back home.
You also kind of got to get into gamer culture here too. Did you do any research on gamer culture? Are you a gamer yourself? I think everybody hopes and prays, Sasha, that you are also a gamer too.
I wish, but no, and I'm really sorry. Hope I look legit. I really do. And I remember, you know, like Tetris, because Hannah's favorite game is Tetris because it gives her comfort. It brings her back, you know, to happy days. I remember when I was a kid and I got Tetris.
Mm.
And I don't know if you ever had it, but if you play them all day long, you would close your eyes and you would still see all these
Yeah, you'll see
blocks, you know.
blocks everywhere.
And I told it to my mom when I was a kid, and she's like, "Okay, no more Tetris. You're good." But yeah, I tried. I really tried. You know, the same as for agoraphobia. I was like, okay, how am I going to deal with the whole like gaming part? And I called James, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And he's like, it's okay. I'm going to be there. I'll show you which buttons you have to push. But he also sent me a really, really, really long list of videos, documentaries, YouTube videos that I have to watch. You know, in order to understand not just the game, like the actual physical aspect of it,
Mhm.
but the gaming mentality, because it's different, you know, like, and it's a real, first of all, it's a real job, it's a real business, it's a real industry and a multi-billion-dollar industry, and people are truly invested in it.
Uh, did you decide did you learn to love gaming after this, or are you still kind of not
No,
into it?
I know myself. I remember like I I bought I bought PlayStation for my friend, and because he really wanted it. He was not a gamer either, but he really wanted PlayStation, and we opened it with him, and he bought Assassin's Creed, and he started playing, and I was like, okay, I'm a terrible friend, but I was like, scoot over, let me play, and I was back home, and the next day I was flying to New York where I was living, and I landed, I went straight to the store. I bought PlayStation. I bought Assassin's Creed, and for 2 weeks, the world did not see me. I wouldn't answer the phone because I was just playing. It was wonderful. My fingers were hurting. I did not take shower for probably 2 weeks straight, but it was absolutely fantastic. And the world building and la la la. Probably real gamers would be saying that I'm a jerk, but guys, baby steps. And I loved it. But then I got a call that okay, we need you back, you know, like, and that was it. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Okay, the gamer nerds who read our site are gonna love that whole sequence right there. They're gonna love every bit of that. This movie also deals with AI. And do you have any fears about AI? I mean, this in this movie, it goes to some really horrific places that'll really terrify you. But what are your fears about AI, if you have any?
My fears of AI is like it's based on, you know, all the 80s, 90s, and early 2000 films, you know, what AI can do.
Yeah.
Uh, and I am actually scared. And I know a lot of people say it's super safe, nothing gonna happen. Some people say no, we're doomed. I think I'm somewhere in between, but
Yeah.
I have my concerns because it's incredible what AI can do, and we do not have capacity to do it, and as fast, you know, and have this kind of vast knowledge like just built in, you know, and I am a bit scared. But when it comes to latency, Omnia is not a scary thing, you know, because if Omnia would put on someone who has, you know, who doesn't have trauma, who has a bit of more positive life, it would be a very different experience. So here, and that's what James told me, this movie is actual metaphor to trauma, and we all have our own. I feel like, you know, some people it's worse, but some people it's easier. For Hannah it's really bad. But she finally, I feel like that's why she kind of cocooned herself in her apartment, agoraphobia and everything. But Omnia just kind of projects her her fears, her trauma, and whatever goes on inside of her is now real. She can see it and she can almost touch it. And that's what's scary because, and also interesting and I think beautiful in a way, because we can't touch our trauma.
Right.
But if trauma would be right in front of us and we could talk to our trauma, what would it be? And well, latency, take it to one direction, could be, probably a little happier, but it's Hannah's journey.
Well, Sasha, this has been fantastic. I appreciate you taking time to talk with me about latency. I wish you the best of luck with the movie, and I hope to get to talk to you again soon. Maybe next year for whatever your next movie is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.